Well, two of the great products that we've got for you this afternoon. Now, if you have just joined us, it's lovely to have your company. This hour we are with Local Mobility. The star of the show is the Luggie. This is the most incredible, unique, lightweight portable scooter. Now, it's a lovely day outside. Maybe you've not been able to get outside in the fresh air for quite a while now. Perhaps you've got a big garden, but you can't get around it anymore. Well, let me just take you on a little journey right now, because I've got to say, our garden looks the best it's ever looked. So I've got a little bit of a ramp here, it's not a problem. There we go. Now I'm on kind of block paving here. I'm going to go up that ramp a little bit later on. I am going to increase the speed because we're out of time, so bear with me. Up to 4 miles an hour. And it's quite bumpy around here, I don't know if you noticed, but it's quite uneven actually. This needs serious. Can you see this? Look. That's bad, isn't it? There's a big dent here. Not a problem. And actually, our grass could do with a bit of a cut. Nigel's over there, hello, matey.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Nigel, I'm just thinking, if I turn this down to a slower pace,
yeah,
you can actually walk at the same time as I'm...
We can do, yeah.
Scootering along, couldn't
and
you?
Again,
how's life, all right?
Very well, thank you. And yourself? Nice
yeah,
and comfortable?
very good.
Nice to be out and about?
Yeah, oh, do you know, it's lovely, isn't it? And let me just adjust that to the right height. Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice to be out and about, exactly.
And this is what it's all about, isn't it?
It is. It's about getting out. It's about going to the places that you normally or you used to visit.
Yeah.
And again, you know, even as far as getting out and about into the into your garden that you possibly haven't been in for a little bit.
And actually,
you know,
Nigel, you were telling me about, if you've got things like raised beds in your garden.
Yeah.
This would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Well, you can see, like you say, obviously, again, people's conditions change, and obviously, a beautiful raised flower beds still allows you to do some of the hobbies and things that you enjoy doing.
I'm just saying, actually, there's a bit of deadheading needed down here. Look. Yeah,
again,
look, sorry, this corner line needs a bit of, look, the leaves are a bit brown, I need to trim them off. But it gives you that freedom, doesn't it?
Gives you the freedom, but again, you're in the same place as I am.
Yes.
You're up on your decking. You're enjoying the outside. You're enjoying your flower beds. You're doing the things that I'm doing.
Now I'm just going to go down a ramp like so, and it's so easy to actually do that, like so.
Yeah. And again, then back to your normal walking pace. At the moment, where we're just having a nice stroll, and why not, down by the seafront? And again, as you've demonstrated, if you want to go that little bit faster, you've got your variable speed valve on the side. You just adjust your speed, and away you go.
So I'll be back in a minute, Nigel. No, I'll go back now. But he's quite nippy when it's on, say, up to 4 miles an hour. Now, one of the big questions we get, Nigel,
yes,
is about putting this in a car, because a lot of our previous customers, they have got partners or they want to travel around with friends, and they often ask, is it easy to put the Luggie into a small car?
It is, yeah, and we'll demonstrate it again. We fold it into, rather than folding it into the suitcase mode, we're going to fold it into what we call a skateboard mode.
Okay.
Which is obviously makes it that little bit easy for us to be able to get it in and out of the car. And what that allows us to do, it allows us to lift it in a way that we're not lifting all the weight in one go. So at this point now, normally I would undo our clips in the middle. I'm going to leave those clips, and I'm just going to drop the seat. So as you can see why we would call it the skateboard mode, because it's long and flat. Then what we simply do, we lift the front wheels up first, rest them against the car. Again, depending what type of surface you're on, you may feel that your partner may need to take the weight there, or simply put your foot behind it to stop it from rolling back. As we're supposed to lift, if we're able to, straight back, bent knees on our bump across the back there. As I lift it up, you notice that the front of the scooter's already in the car. What we simply do, pivot it round, and there we go.
I mean, and this is, this isn't a huge boot, and you don't need great strength to do that. Just using that technique, it's actually very easy.
It is, and then obviously when it comes to getting it back out again, Sean, there's a method that we use that you don't even actually lift it. You allow gravity in the bumper, and you allow gravity, the bumper and the scooter to lower itself down. You just control it to the floor.
And Nigel, I'm just looking at our outside garden to think that, when I was on my Luggie, I went from the studio doors there, I went over all of this block paving, I went over the grass, and then I went up to the raised decking area. So
up the ramp onto the raised deck again,
So it's amazing to think all those different surfaces.
Yeah.
Imagine, I know when my dad, bless him, was alive, my dad there's no way he could have walked around this garden.
No
way.
No.
Not without literally having to have stop points, you know, benches and things to lean against.
You're right. And again, you know, something that, you know, that people take for granted with regards to going to flower shows, garden centres, you know, just being able to get out and about across your lawn, across your grass.